You got in front of the mic again. This is where context really, truly fucking matters. I guess we got something to talk about. So let's roll that mother effing intro.
Free fall as I dive through the kaleidoscope in my mind. No rope up to climb. Gotta remind myself that I'm fine. Mama, I don't really wanna.
Oh, Booker. Now, I know, given my track record of adding Mr. Booker T to our Hall of Fame of Mount Hushmore, sorry. I have to say, this isn't going to be one of those videos. And trust me when I say I wanted to come on here the moment that I heard everything, and I was like, you know what? I'm about to shit all over Booker for this one. But going back, and this is where it's very important that you do your fucking research instead of just listening to everybody else. He wasn't wrong in what he was saying. As a matter of fact, a lot of what everybody's mad about is not something that he fucking said. Now trust me. I am the first person to come on here and criticize Booker for his opinions. I have no problem doing that. But, and as much as I could have easily come on here and shit all over him without having any context, I went and got context. I listened to his take on the controversy. And then after that, I went and I found the video that he actually did discuss this. And I listened to him. And when I listened to him, I was looking for something to come on here and actually talk about, say, okay, this is where you're wrong. Because I had bullets in the chamber. I was like, well, you're going to talk about him being small. You know, we got guys who are different shapes and sizes. We got guys who are built that don't have charisma and all this other stuff. And I was going to come on here and talk about how professional wrestling is not just about the in-ring, but it's about the character. It's about the entertainment aspect as well. And given all that, given all the things that I want to come on here and say, it's nowhere near valid in this space here, because what he was particularly talking about is in regards to the injuries that were happening in AEW. And with Adam Cole not having that muscular physique, it's going to be a bit more difficult for him to actually recover. And it could make him accident prone along the way. So it would be beneficial for him to put some more muscle on him. That way it can be preventative, you know, in future matchups and in future tour dates, whatever the case may be. It wasn't to say, okay, Adam Cole is this shape, so he can't go out and do X, Y, Z. It was more so in terms of, hey, you just got injured. It's going to be harder to recover because it's not like you have muscle, you know, just out like that. It's like you pretty much have a base frame, and it's going to be a lot more difficult in terms of what it would be for athletes who are of a different athletic figure and athletic shape. I mean, case in point, let's look at it from a Brock Lesnar perspective. Had Brock Lesnar been a smaller guy and missed that shooting star press that he did on Kurt Angle at I believe it was WrestleMania 18 or 19, the only reason he made it out of that without being paralyzed is because he had the amount of muscle in his neck prevent his neck from fucking snapping, or prevented him from being paralyzed. You go back and you look and you watch that and listen to the behind the scenes stuff and the documentaries of it. They're going to tell you the exact same thing. That's just what it is. It's a lot easier to come. I mean, John Cena, how many times have they called him Superman for the way that he's recovered? Because he's a physical specimen. Now, for anybody that's talking about the whole body shaming thing, miss me with that. I'm not here to hear about all this bullshit. Everybody's inclusive. Look, cool. Have your opinion on that, but don't allow it to detract from what the actual conversation is. A lot of people are taking this out of context, and trust me, I'm with you guys. I'm with you guys on that regard. I think any and everybody, I don't think there should be you should be gated off from certain opportunities because of the shape that you have. I mean, you look at guys like Rey Mysterio, you look at, not Spike Dudley, of course, that's a whole nother situation, but guys like Rey Mysterio, you look at guys like Roderick Strong or Johnny Gargano, Finn Balor, guys who are of a shorter frame or a shorter stature, who get criticized in the WWE aspect because they're not, giants of the game. But these are the guys that keep shows like this running because of the charisma, because what they're able to do inside the ring. These are guys that keep the programming on point. Because if you just had a TV full, if you had a company just full of big, strong guys, it's not going to be as entertaining. And that's one, because a lot of these guys don't have the charisma, they don't have the character to kind of transition and relate to everybody else. When they see a guy like an Adam Cole or Johnny Gargano or Bryan Danielson or Jon Moxley. I mean, Jon Moxley's still a little bit bigger, but still, when they see guys who just seem kind of regular or more so every day, they're able to relate to them, and they're able to kind of see themselves in that aspect, and they're for the people. A lot of people can't relate to a guy like a Bobby Lashley. Some people can't relate to a guy like Drew McIntyre. Some people can't relate to a guy like Braun Strowman. But at the end of the day, it's a melting pot. Everybody plays their part. Everybody has a place. If everybody walked around looking the same, it will be bland as fuck. Simple as that. And that's part of my argument there, is that this whole all-inclusive thing, yeah, I believe that nobody should be blackballed or gated from opportunity because of their size. Because especially when the guys who are of that smaller frame are the ones that's running the entertainment aspect of it. I mean, come on. And this is one of the main reasons why a lot of what Book said shouldn't have been taken out of context. And why a lot of people, and I can tell that a lot of people who just kind of jumped the gun on this aspect and just said, you know what, hey, Booker said this about Adam Cole, and then went to Twitter, went to Facebook, went to YouTube, whatever, and just automatically just start spitting off shit. Again, not one time did he criticize Adam Cole's ability as a professional wrestler or an in-ring performer. All he was talking about, the only thing he was talking about, was in terms of him gaining muscle for his physique, in terms of injury and being preventative for future injuries down the line. That's it. That is all he was saying. So Scoop would probably be the one to say it better than me about some parts of the wrestling community. You guys are bugging for real, for the most part. This ain't the fight. This ain't the one. So if you guys were looking for something to lash out at because of what people tend to say, I get it. Maybe y'all were just, it was the pent up aggression for how many people talk about Adam Cole's physique and everything like that. And you were just waiting for somebody to say it so that way you can just jump down their throat because you get tired of hearing it. I understand. But this isn't one of those moments. Because honestly, as much as I come on here and I shit on Booker T's opinions because of how just wrong they tend to be, this isn't one of them. This is one of the few times where I have to come to his defense on this one, because you guys, a lot of you guys, took what he said completely out of context. This was purely on the basis of injury and being in a healthy frame in order to recover, in order to recoup, in order to get back in time, and in order to prevent any future ailments that may plague Adam Cole down the line. So, and I agree with that. I agree for that specific aspect. In terms of longevity, yeah, just hit the gym, and just not even to the point to where you have to be that way, just to make sure that you're able to sustain the athletic competition portion of it. So that way you're able to sustain yourself in the ring. So that way things don't happen. I know I'm sounding redundant when I say it, but yeah, but it's to drive that point home, because again, you guys took all of this out of context. So if you were looking for me to shit on Book, I can't do it, because I have to always keep that same energy. If I shit on him for something here, then that means if he is right about something, I got to show him that same respect and show him that same energy. And Book, you're not wrong on this one. So, but anyway, I had to come on here and say that shit, because again, got to keep that same energy. If I didn't make a video on it, then something would have been wrong and I would have been a hypocrite for it. But yeah, so with that said, whether you loved it, hate it, don't forget to rate it, thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave all your comments, concerns, questions down below. If you disagree with me, leave it down there. If you agree with me, leave it down there. Hit that notification bell for any time we drop some shit over here at The Average Gamers. And most importantly, tag that mother effing subscribe button. But with that all being said, until you see this handsome face and hear this immaculate voice, bid you all adieu. And until next time, you beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mother effers, tag the fucketh.
Dollars make a way to make a change. Gotta be insane to make them same mistakes again.